Welcome to your magical moon. And I'm just gonna say fucking so I can say fuck message. This is the Peace Dealer. Kylie Jenner's official astrologer. You heard me right. Speaking it into existence right now. Okay, moon in Sagittarius. Sun in Capricorn. R. Kelly has the sun and moon. Okay? 30 years of work. People don't understand that. This is probably coming from the pre-roll that I just smoked earlier. People don't understand that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn transits a zodiac sign and cycle. Saturn transits its cycle every 30 years. And so I just found it very interesting that Sag Moon Cap Sun R. Kelly couldn't understand how I gave you 30 years. And it's crazy because his sentence was a Saturn sentence. There's so many occult themes that are in your face. This is why astrology doesn't need to be proven, because it's just the language that connects us above, so below. But R. Kelly couldn't understand how he gave you 30 years. I did the Saturn cycle. You want to bring up my 12th house Sag Moon wild past. That freaky deaky, lemon squeaky. Not right, but not wrong, but super wrong. Please don't think I'm defending this man. You know at this point how I do. You know I instigate and just cause drama. It's the Gemini in me. I'm not even going to blame it. Some of y'all think that I actually defend other people. You know I just talk to hear myself talk, but you probably don't know that. Anyway, do you know why I'm very excited? Oh my God. Do you know why I'm very excited? You may not be aware of the ass you're about to kick. Some of you came into this game. Some of y'all came into the spiritual path like, love and light! Yay! I just want to use my gifts for everybody! I'm learning so much about myself! Yay! Yay! Oh! Yay! Bubble force field! 7 years later, fuck you! Fuck out my face! Why are you so fake? No, I can be spiritual and curse! No, I can be spiritual and fucking curse! Yes, it's okay. You're on the journey. You're on the journey. And some of you didn't realize that you would be kicking the ass that you're kicking in this journey. You were still at a phase where it's like, no, we just have to have compassion and heal and love people. And you've integrated your shadow. So now you know what integrating and loving and healing people really looks like. It looks like this. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You need this shit, bitch. You stupid bitch, take this truth. I love you. I love you. And now you understand what you're here to do. And now that you understand that and only that. Listen, I don't appreciate you laughing at me. I don't appreciate you not taking this message serious. This is a very important message. I'm trying to tell you how this ass kicking that you've been kicking ass is just only the beginning. You've only just unlocked this new style of ass kicking. And you're taking that with you moving forward into Aquarius and Pisces world. Before you enter Pisces world, which is a land of dreams undefined, you have to make it through the storm of Aquarius, where the Reaper Saturn is. Ladies and gentlemen, you have finished activate. Hold on, this is not funny. Listen, I have to give you this. The Galactic Federation basically made me give you these messages, which I don't have a good relationship with the Galactic Federation. Ask most Aquarians and Libras. They don't really fuck with them either. Some of them do because they're just goody two-shoes. But I don't really have a good relationship with the Galactic Federation. So I love serving y'all. Don't get it twisted. I love serving y'all. But there's just a lot of space cosmic politics that I just want nothing to do with. But yeah. Before you brave these politics through Aquarius season, and what that looks like is, if I'm speaking of a actual galactic federation that has representatives and delegates from different star systems actually conglomerating, you're meeting vessels of these entities, People who vibrate at the frequency, because it's nothing to transmit that frequency immediately and channel that through Uranus, through Saturn. Aquarius season is basically experiencing those politics through whatever forced narratives or whatever, because it's deeper than what you see on TV, here in 3D. And that's why Capricorn season is completing the character that steps into those engagements. Because if you don't know, there's a revolution happening right now. There's an entire revolution happening. They've definitely tried to, control the population of many, but I think they inadvertently awakened many more. And many more of these people are awakening to supernatural abilities in their DNA, the way they think. We don't even have to say superpowers. We could say new languages, new advents to psychology, modalities that, governments around the world are obligated to suppress, but you can't really suppress everything. You can't stop the revolution. The revolution will not be televised, not because no one's going to film it, not because you're not going to see it. It's because it's inside you. Maybe so many of you, especially with this moon in Sagittarius, are understanding how much power at a moment-to-moment basis you give away to forces that are ideological, conceptual, and you don't even see. Certain people have called this pendulums. What happens if you take 100,000 infinity% of all that back, and you now start to see all the ass you have to kick because these forces feel entitled to your time and energy? The revolution will not be televised because the revolution is within. The kingdom of heaven is inside you. And many of you have broken through, living that through as a concept versus a very real thing that you live in your life. Key point. 2 weeks ago, when the moon was in Gemini, you took the training wheels off of this new bicycle that is activating God-level powers within you. That's why in this final boss battle, you're being put up against giants and situations that try and test your whole concept of self, because you're David slaying the Goliath. How dare, and I'm saying this to myself as much as you, how dare some of you even be afraid or feel perturbed? You need to count it all joy when you go through trials, because this is your opportunity to be like, this is nothing, me is my abilities, y'all don't even know I'm tight with God. The God level power you're activating is proof of your connection with God as a fractal of the soul of God. That's your soul. And so aligning everything with that facet of you is the Lord's Prayer. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Worshiping God is not prostrating on your knees and praying to some imaginary being in the sky. It is living with spirit and with truth. It's literally just being authentically you. So sinning is everything you do that's not real and authentic to you as someone good that God created. I'm not preaching. It's the Sagittarius energy. This is why Sag and 9th house energy are preachers. So Moon and Gemini, you took the training wheels off. And this is where you understood how to integrate the intellectual understanding of, how do I think about the fact that I have fucking superpowers? It's crazy, because I thought it was just in my head. But now I see a causality to things. And then last week when the moon was in Virgo, you perfected that causality. It's like, oh, I'm not even using training wheels. And you learned that when you focus more on the technique and pedaling the bike, the experience occurs. But when you focus too much on the experience and not on the technique, it unravels. Cool. Do you know why that's so important? Because now the moon's in Sagittarius. Now the moon in Sagittarius, and someone sent me a video earlier, amazing reel of her driving away from a police officer, and she said something so profoundly insightful about when you're in the experience, you don't have to worry about your performance. You can watch the performance after. Like when you're playing football, you see the video of your performance after. That's like a moon in Sagittarius, 12th house to Capricorn. 12th house energy is like being a security guard in a hidden camera room, watching everything that's happening. And you're gaining transcendent 12th house, ascended Sagittarius, understanding moon in Sagittarius, of how you have effectively planted the seeds of superpowers. Let's just not play ourselves. Whether the superpower is an enhanced ability to process your brain in normal everyday functions, and you wake up earlier than you normally do, or you kick the habit, that's a superpower, and you're growing it. So you've activated superpowers, harvested superpowers, the culmination of everything you've been awakening, integrating, and evolving for 12 years with Jupiter, 30 years with Saturn, 248 years in your DNA and bloodline with Pluto. Crazy shit, super crazy though, because now this transcendence of the ascendance of your perception towards where you're directing your character is showing you with clear, detailed, supernatural clarity the full understanding at this last final stage of not only how and what, but the meaning behind why you do what you do. And this is the final piece of the puzzle that completes the beginning of this completion cycle. See, the breakthrough cycle was Libra, Scorpio, and then we broke through with Sag. This is the completion. We are completing the completion with Capricorn. You finished the final boss battle. Please understand the importance of 26 degrees to 28 degrees. The moon is going to end with a 28 degree Sagittarius semi-sextile, 28 degrees, Sun on Pluto. This is it. This is it. This is you facing your fear of everything that, and I say this to myself as much as you have really gotten in your way and not accepting how incredible you are, and you're taking that full power back. Because once the sun goes into Aquarius, the balsamic phase that draws with the moon in Capricorn is you actively transcending the knowledge of your powers through using it. That means you started this Capricorn season bugging out because you thought you would practice telekinesis and you didn't really expect anything, but it moved. And now you know it's more than possible. Versus the end of this transit where now you're using telekinesis to fully and functionally operate a pencil like it was your own limb. Because now when you go into Aquarius season and someone comes up from the Galactic Federation trying to use their superpowers on you, you're using your telekinesis to take something to block you. Yes. Oh yes, it's going there. Oh yes, it's going there. Anyone born after 95 knows what I'm talking about because they're new generation. That's the Chronicle generation, if you haven't seen the movie Chronicle. But this is very important because no matter what generation you're from, you have a soul. And the transcendence of how you see yourself as a higher being in consciousness is going to really reveal the commitment towards your dreams. You live your dreams now. So why are you doing anything that you don't want to do or that you don't dream of doing? I say that to myself as much as I say that to you. Seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. So 3 weeks ago, you believed what you can see, and you were growing those seeds of faith through the ground to where you finally harvested what you were having faith in. Now the moon in Sagittarius is having you see what you believed. This is the final evidence during this process of your superpowers that believing is seeing. And now that you've gained this process, you're going to go through even more challenges. But now you know believing is seeing. So you're not going to trip on what you see, because seeing isn't believing to you anymore. Believing is seeing. And you don't have to really believe in the fact that you have superpowers because you're understanding what you see. Causality and all that. The trine to the moon with Jupiter and Aries is a literal boost to help you understand at a higher level how you've evolved your understanding of who you are. And by the time the moon squares Neptune and Pisces, that is literally an understanding of supernatural metaphysical dynamics, fundamental dynamics and principles that will forever change the way you look at things. A transit like this is levitating for the first time, or seeing a ghost for the first time and understanding what you're seeing with the sextile to Saturn and Aquarius, giving you a total knowledge real time of what you're perceiving. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Godspeed, and until next time.